Dale, how come you're holding the Godin?
Well, I discovered Godin guitars when a long time ago, probably nearly 10 years ago. I was going around playing amplified Spanish guitar and flamenco guitar, and I had these bugs on the guitar plus microphones, and I had units, huge units, like a cube of rack gear. Preamps, EQs, compressors, just to cope with the problems of amplifying a Spanish guitar. And then you'd have to arrive at the gig too early, position all the speakers, stop the feedback. And one day I just had enough of it, and I heard about Godin guitars, and I thought, well, I'm going to try one. And then I tried it in the shop. I bought it, and then I've been gigging with it. It's been my regular guitar ever since. The reason being is that you can get to a gig, you just plug it into the PA, and you virtually don't even need to touch the EQ. It sounds good as it is. So for me, it solved all the problems.
You're playing the grand console, which is the 2-inch neck.
Yeah.
So are you primarily a classical background?
Yes.
Is that where you sort of come from? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, my background is basically classical guitar. My earliest years, I've played ever since I can remember, so I probably picked up a guitar the first time when I was 3 or 4 years old. So my classical came later when I was probably 8 or 9 years old, and for me it's the fundamentals of technique. So yeah, classical is very, very important to me, and I find the Godin itself is perfectly adaptable for a Spanish or a classical style technique. There's no difference.
Right, so you haven't had to change your technique with that?
No, I haven't had to change the technique at all. If I want to play in a classical position and raise my hand, I can use a footrest, and then I can just play in that position. It sounds and it feels absolutely fine, and you get the tone from that side. Equally, you can just have it relaxed, play the guitar, on your lap, and it's fine as well. My background is on the practice regime, 6 to 8 hours a day, scales, 2 hours of scales and arpeggios, technical pieces, playing things like the tremolo. All those sort of things to get the muscles working. So yeah, I went through all of the classical repertoire, Fernando Sor, Bach, the South American repertoire, the modern repertoire, and in fact I specialised in Russian and Cuban music when for the performance exam. So yeah, so I had a conservatoire training.
How does that differ? The Russian and Cuban influence? Putting you on the spot.
Well, the Russian music I played a lot of it was by Nikita Koshkin, very experimental. So things like that. So and the Cuban music, you get a lot of the Cuban rhythms, a lot of cross rhythms you get in Cuban music. That sort of stuff. So yeah, been to Spain a lot, primarily to the south. But I've also been to Madrid and to Barcelona. In the south, I spent quite a bit of time with the guitar makers there, especially one guitar maker to the south of Granada, Stephen Hill, and Herradura, and it's the home of the great Spanish guitarist Andres Segovia. So, and I was very lucky to have performed in Segovia's house. And for me and for many classical guitarists, Segovia's legacy is the shrine of classical guitar. It's the biggest honour you could ever wish. So giving a concert in his house, fantastic. But I had the honour as well of playing with the Gypsies in southern Spain. So I was invited to play with them, and it was one of the most amazing experiences of my life. And in fact, when I finished playing with the Gypsies for the very first time, one of the ladies walked up to me and said something to me in Spanish, and I had it interpreted, and she said, you are an honorary gypsy. You play like one of us, with the heart and the soul.
Yeah. Can you do some gypsy stuff? What sort of stuff?
Well, the ones that we were playing are things, the flamenco sort of music like Sevillanas and